race, race, race. R, race. Try to get away from lace. A race, a race, a race. Okay, go ahead.
The runner from Spain took the lead in the 1 mile Olympic Championship race. He held the lead in the early stages of the race and kept it until the final turn, only to be overtaken by the Canadian champion in the final.
Strides. I knew. I thought he would have trouble with that. I could tell he was having problems with it. Okay.
The runner from Spain took the lead in 1 mile Olympic Championship race. He held the lead in the early stages of the race and kept it until the final turn, only to be overtaken by the Canadian champion in the final stride.
Strides. The runner from Spain took the lead in the 1 mile Olympic Championship race. He held the lead in the early stages of the race and kept it until the final turn, only to be overtaken by the Canadian champion in the final strides. Okay.
The runner from Spain took the lead in the 1 mile Olympic Championship race. He held the race in the early phase of the race and kept it until the final turn, only to be overtaken by the Canadian championship in the final strides.
Very good. The Canadian champion in the final strides. He held the lead, the past of hold, held. I am holding the lead at the moment. Yesterday, I held the lead. I held the lead. So, the runner, the athlete, the 1 mile runner from Spain, he took the lead. He was first after the gun to start the race. The gun, and they're off. And the runner from Spain took the lead, number 1. With maybe 10 runners or 12 runners in the race. He took the lead at the 1 mile Olympic Championship race. The winner gets the gold medal of the championship race, Olympic Championship race. He held the lead. He was still in front. He was holding the lead as they were going in the early stages of the race. Maybe the first 100 yards, 200 yards, the first half mile, he still has the lead in the early stages of the 1 mile race, in the early parts of the 1 mile race, the first 200 yards, the first 600 yards. At the half mile, he's still ahead. Even up to 3/4 of a mile, he still has the lead. And he kept it until the final turn, the last turn before they head for the finish line. Heading for the finish line only to be overtaken, to have the Canadian runner move in front of him. In other words, catch up and pass him in the final strides. As they were approaching the finish line, the Canadian slowly at edge and overtaken just in the final strides of the race. A stride, a bold step, a long step, and what they're talking about here in a championship race, or any race really, is the striding of the runner. The steps that the runner's taking. So in the final strides, in the last few steps of the race, the last few strides of the race, he is overtaken by the Canadian and he breaks the wire and wins the race. He was overtaken in the final strides. Kept in until the final stride, and he held the lead until the final turn. Championship race, the R sound, very important. Try to get away from L, lace, 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 and remember it's race, race, race. The lead, he took the lead, he was first. The lead runner, the lead horse in the race. 1 mile Olympic championship race. He held the lead. He was holding the lead, yes. Did he hold it all the way? Yes, he held it right to the end and he was overtaken. He kept it, he held it, only to be overtaken by the Canadian champion in the last few steps of the race. The final strides. Any questions about that? Pronunciation, kept, held, lead, stages, overtaken, final strides. He's striding across the street, bold strides, as opposed to big difference. Okay. Any questions now? Okay. Okay. Many soldiers start their years of military service by taking 16 weeks of basic training, where they learn the skills needed to function effectively as an Army soldier. Following basic training, they will take advanced classes in certain military specialties. Certain military specialties. Many soldiers start their years of military service by taking 16 weeks of basic training, where they learn the skills needed to function effectively as an Army soldier. Following basic training, they will take advanced classes in certain military services. Okay. What? What? Asleep.